doesn't feel like I actually have like I have strong opinions, but there are a lot of things I just don't care about. Like, I don't have a strong opinion about where we meet up with friends this weekend or what we do or I don't know, what tool we use to do this project. Or like, I don't care about a lot of things that I feel like other people have much stronger opinions about. And I'm like, well, if you care, we could just do that. And like, I don't really bother necessarily to go back and be like, is that real? Like, do I not have an opinion, or is this just sort of the automatic, like, well, they have an opinion. And so that's like, let's just do that. That's easy.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think it can be all of those things situationally, right? Like some of the times maybe you do actually care, but you didn't even give yourself a moment to figure out like what you wanted or what your opinion was in that. And actually the Enneagram type nine is coming up for me because an Enneagram type nine is they're the diplomat. It's called the peacemaker. And they're kind of like they hear everyone's point of views and keep the peace and like to keep harmony in their relationships, but they also want to feel inner peace. And where this kind of crosses the line of like, I feel inner peace into I just want to feel okay inside. I just want to avoid feeling kind of chaotic inside when there's conflict
Yeah.
around me is like, okay, I'm going to go along with others in order to avoid me feeling yucky inside.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it is pulling on like real human things, right? The threat of disconnection from family members or society or whatever, right? These like instinctual things that
Yeah.
something like conflict avoidance is actually pulling on are very real.
Yeah. And I don't know, it makes me think too about like, I feel like where people pleasing most like disserves me is in like the stories I tell myself, the things that I'm worried about that aren't actually problems, like what my friends might be thinking as opposed to what they're actually telling me that they're thinking and feeling like, is my husband mad about this thing? Does he wish that we did another thing? Like, as opposed to just letting him tell me he wants to do another thing. And he's like also a people pleaser. So I feel like we have this funny thing where it's like, we have to stop, like we'll both be like getting ourselves so worked up about figuring out what the other person wants, and it's like we haven't stopped to actually talk about what the other person wants. We're just making a lot of assumptions, and like that's where it's like it's not helping me. It's not actually creating less icky feelings or conflict because I'm conjuring all this stuff in my brain in an attempt to avoid like justified yucky feelings later.